Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige talks a little bit about the MCU version of Spider-Man, and specifically why they did not want Doc Ock and the Green Goblin in the MCU. It was very early on after the announcement of Spider-Man joining the MCU that Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige and Sony would start talking about the character's first solo outing. And among all the talk in regards to who would be Spider-Man, followed by who we can expect him to face, Kevin Feige was very insistent that we would not see characters we've seen before in live action. He did not want to use characters that were done before because they were already done, and he believed that they were handled pretty well. Now, of course, this all changed with Spider-Man No Way Home becoming a multiverse film, which was obviously a major shift in the philosophy and what they said originally. Now, Kevin Feige elaborates a little bit more on developing Homecoming and going from there. And he said that they've rebooted Spider-Man twice. They already had the Goblin on live action twice. They couldn't do any better than Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. They did not want to do the Sandman, for example, again because they already had Sandman. The Lizard. They wanted to explore new villains that were never done before. And that was the original intent. Go forward and bring us new characters. We're never going to do Osborn. We're never going to do Doc Ock. We're never going to do any of this. And then he, of course, talks about the change and what happens behind the scenes and says, well, due to circumstances, they had to do what he didn't want to. But again, the story made sense the way that they used these characters finally. And this all starts to make sense, and we see and know exactly why they made Spider-Man No Way Home and why they brought back all these villains, despite him not wanting to. But also, it's finally good to hear him officially confirm on why they wanted to avoid all these villains for the entire time and never even hint towards any of these villains possibly existing, because that's not their goal. They wanted to bring in original content, original villains, and original spins on stories that haven't been done before. And I think largely it's worked for them. I mean, Mysterio, a solo villain in his own film. That's rare for a superhero film to just have one villain. Homecoming with the Vulture, again, something we haven't seen before. Then that all changed with No Way Home, but it sounds like going forward that they might be saying that they want to follow the old pattern again, which I really hope they do, because let's be real, we need more villains we haven't seen in live action before, because they all need their time to shine. So hopefully we get some original villains. Hopefully we finally get to the Scorpion. I mean, he's been teased, he's out there, so you never know. Who do you guys want to see that we haven't had in live action yet? For me, I'd like to see Hammerhead. I don't know why. Maybe it's just wishful thinking that he works under Kingpin, but hey, we'll find out soon. Hell, why not Tombstone? There you go. Face Tombstone, bring in Keith David to voice him. Perfect.